Hey, good morning. So here I am, and I worked through some trauma bonding with an abortion. And as I've worked through this and done different stuff, I'm like, you know what? Ooh, I saw a book about sexual sin. So I'm really going to want to do that. Sex outside of marriage. I'm going to want to read the book, not like do sexual sin, read the book, I meant. So I'm like, okay, which bookstores are open early this morning? I'm doing errands. Let me find a bookstore that's open this morning. So I'm like, oh, okay, here's a place that's open 8 o'clock in the morning. So as I went over here, I'm like at a university. And I'm like, okay, so this guy's like, can I help you find something? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for your bookstore. So he's like, yeah, it would be over here. And as I went into the school, I saw all this stuff, LGBT resources, etc. So I went into the bookstore. My hair is falling out. I went into the bookstore and I'm like, okay, so all I saw was like Pride Month and stuff for Pride Month and all this garbage. And I almost asked the guy if he had a book on sexual sin just to be kind of funny, but I'm like, you know what, don't push it, Melissa. Don't know who you're dealing with here. You're dealing with this huge university. You're dealing with this huge amount of money and power. Not that it's bigger than God. God says we do wrestle against powers and principalities, etc. in Romans, I believe. And God's above all this. He already knows LBGT, anything outside of marriage is sin. So he's above it all and he's in control. But yeah, it's a real eye-opener to what these kids are being fed. I mean, it is, I should say young adults, not kids. It is in your face. It is not something you can just kind of walk by an office like when I was in school and you see this like little poster in high school of some event and you can say, oh, that's stupid. What a stupid sign or something. But this is like huge. It's like bold letters in your face. It's all over the place. So kind of what we're dealing with in the culture, and it's pretty shocking to see like some of the books are just so academic, which doesn't leave room for the spiritual side. It doesn't leave room for God. It's not God honoring. So when you talk about education, we're talking about a real education in life, and any education that leaves God out of the picture is not a person who is fully educated. So I just wanted to leave that with you today, and I think I am actually going to go to a Christian bookstore now and really feed my mind.